Hello VR gamers! You might not know, but MetaQuest devices have hand tracking support built into them. This means that you can put your controllers away and use your actual hands as controllers. Seeing your virtual hands move when you move your actual hands is an insane feeling that you should try at least once. There's really nothing like it. Well, now there's a brand new game out that's both a ton of fun and is played completely with the Quest's hand tracking. That's right, this entire game is played with just a headset and your real actual hands, and it's called Rogue Ascent VR. This is a fun VR game. It looks good by covering up that classic blocky Quest 2 look with flashy visuals and fast music. But what makes this a truly exceptional VR game is how it uses hand tracking to the fullest extent that it can possibly be used right now. Everything is done with just your real hands. It feels really liberating to throw away the controllers for a bit and interact with the world with your real hands. There are limits though. For instance, the movement. You move through teleportation. All hand tracking games have you move through teleportation because it's hard to come up with a better movement system through the Quest headset just tracking your hands. Rogue Ascent VR does a pretty good job with it though, and integrates the teleportation movement into the gameplay by having you teleport easily to nodes around the map by just holding your palm out to them. Rogue Ascent VR is a shooter too, and you shoot with your real hands. Hand tracking isn't advanced enough to reliably model all of the intricacies of holding and loading a gun, so instead, you use your weapons by making a finger gun with your hand and pointing it at the enemy. If you were imagining a game like Half-Life Alyx, where you can grab objects and throw them around at will with your real hands, well, the technology just isn't there yet. Still, Rogue Ascent VR does a fantastic job with integrating hand controls in the way that early VR games like Robo Recall did what they could with the limited usability of controllers in the past. Oh, and Rogue Ascent is a very well-built roguelike. It has enough randomness to make every run feel unique, and enough challenge to make hitting the next ceiling of progression feel rewarding. The fact that this is a well-designed game makes the use of hand tracking more than just a gimmick. More than anything though, Rogue Ascent VR is hopefully a harbinger of what is to come, a future where virtual and mixed reality experiences require less and less hardware and are easier to start and enjoy. The feeling of looking at your virtual hands move when your actual hands do is crazy in a good way, and using your real hands to have a sci-fi gunfight is even more satisfying and less cumbersome than doing the same with a controller. Actual hand movements are also just easier to understand for people new to VR, and a future where hand tracking is the norm and not the exception is a great future for virtual reality. I can already think of a lot of games that would do much better with full hand tracking support, like Rumble for instance. Anyway, if you want a great game right now that not only is a great example of hand tracking done right, but also has a ton of excitement and replayability in it, then try Rogue Ascent VR. It just released on the Quest Store the same day as this video and is a real taste of a hopeful future. This has been Reality Remake. Good luck and have fun.